2024, traditional notions of masculinity are under siege. The voices of the so-called woke and the LGBTQ+ movement grow louder, challenging age-old principles of manhood. But amidst the chaos and confusion, there are those who refuse to be swayed. They are the high-value men, the prime males of our time. Throughout history, high-value men have risen to the occasion, leading their people through times of turmoil and uncertainty. From the battlefields of ancient Greece to the boardrooms of modern corporations, they have always been the driving force behind progress and prosperity. But now, as the world teeters on the brink of chaos, their role has never been more crucial. In the face of relentless attacks on traditional masculinity, they stand as the last line of defense against the forces of woke culture and political correctness. In this battle, it is important that we remember the history of high-value men that have shaped our world for generations.
Now, let's go back in time to discover the history of these high-value men from the very beginning. In the ancient times, we meet our first warrior named Achilles, the greatest warrior of ancient Greece. Known for his incredible strength, bravery, and loyalty, Achilles was a central figure in the Trojan War. He was fearless in battle, always leading his men and facing danger head-on. For Achilles, honor was everything. He sought to be remembered as the greatest warrior and lived his life striving for glory. Achilles teaches us that we should not be afraid and that we have to stay loyal to our dear ones. He also teaches us that we should try and achieve our highest goal possible in life and that we should never give up. Our story goes on in ancient Greece, around 428 BCE, with a man named Plato. He was a philosopher, a student of Socrates, and the teacher of Aristotle. But more than that, he was a thinker who laid the foundations of Western philosophy and science. Plato believed in the pursuit of knowledge and the importance of virtue. He taught that a high-value man should strive for wisdom, courage, moderation, and justice. These values were not just ideals, they were the pillars of a well-lived life. For Plato, the journey to becoming a high-value man was through understanding and living by these principles. Now, let's move forward in time to 100 BCE, to the Roman Republic, where we meet Julius Caesar. Caesar was a military general, a statesman, and eventually, the dictator of Rome. His life was marked by incredible achievements and dramatic events. Julius Caesar embodied the values of leadership, ambition, and resilience. He was a brilliant strategist, known for his courage on the battlefield and his ability to inspire his soldiers. Caesar's ambition drove him to conquer new territories and expand the Roman Empire, but he also understood the importance of clemency and generosity towards his enemies and people. Both Plato and Julius Caesar set examples of what it meant to be a high-value man in their times. Plato, with his unwavering commitment to wisdom and virtue, and Caesar, with his leadership and ambition, showed that a high-value man must balance strength with wisdom and ambition with justice. Our story continues with King Arthur, a young boy who was destined for greatness. According to legend, Arthur proved his right to be king by pulling the magical sword, Excalibur, from a stone. This act showed his strength, courage, and destiny to lead. Once Arthur became king, he established the Round Table, a symbol of equality and unity. He gathered the bravest and most noble knights to join him. Together, they embarked on quests to protect the kingdom and uphold justice. The Knights of the Round Table were not just warriors, they were high-value men who lived by a code of chivalry. This code included facing danger without fear, staying true to their king and their comrades, protecting the innocent and fighting for what is right, showing respect and kindness to others, especially those weaker, and keeping their word. These values made them respected and admired by all. The tales of King Arthur and his knights have been told and retold for centuries. Their legacy lives on in books, movies, and legends. They remind us of the timeless values that define high-value men: courage, loyalty, justice, courtesy, and honor. These are the virtues that we can all aspire to, even today. A few 100 years later, we find Christopher Columbus. Columbus had a dream to find a new route to Asia by sailing west across the Atlantic Ocean. He believed in his vision even when others doubted him. In 1492, Columbus set sail with 3 ships, the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. His journey was dangerous and filled with uncertainty. But Columbus was brave and resilient. These qualities helped him and his crew to endure the hardships of the voyage. Meanwhile, another high-value man was making history, Vasco da Gama. His goal was to find a sea route to India by sailing around the southern tip of Africa. In 1497, Vasco da Gama set sail from Lisbon with 4 ships. Like Columbus, he faced many challenges, including rough seas and unknown territories. But da Gama was determined and resourceful. His leadership kept his crew motivated and focused on their mission. Columbus and Vasco da Gama were true high-value men of the early modern period. They embodied values such as vision, bravery, persistence, and leadership. Their journeys not only expanded the world map but also inspired countless others to explore and discover. These men literally changed people's view on the world. Next, we go into the Industrial Revolution. One of the most famous high-value men of this era was John D. Rockefeller. Born in 1839, Rockefeller became the richest man in modern history. He founded the Standard Oil Company in 1870, which dominated the oil industry and made him a billionaire. Rockefeller's success wasn't just about money. It was his values that set him apart. He believed in hard work, strategic thinking, and innovation. He saw opportunities where others didn't and wasn't afraid to take risks. These traits are what made him a true high-value man. Another key figure was Andrew Carnegie, born in 1835. Carnegie started with nothing, but he built a steel empire. His company, Carnegie Steel, revolutionized the industry and helped build America's infrastructure. Carnegie valued education and self-improvement. He believed in the power of knowledge and invested in libraries and schools. Like Rockefeller, his work ethic and forward-thinking mindset were crucial to his success. These men shared common values that drove their success: hard work, innovation, strategic thinking, and a commitment to progress. They were not afraid to take risks and saw challenges as opportunities. Narrator, the legacy of these high-value men lives on today. Their contributions laid the foundation for the modern economy and transformed the world. They showed us that with vision, determination, and the right values, we can achieve great things. First up in the 20th century, we have Albert Einstein. Born in 1879 in Germany, Einstein was a genius from the start. He loved math and science, and his curiosity knew no bounds. One of his most famous contributions was the theory of relativity, which changed how we understand time and space. But Einstein wasn't just a brilliant physicist. He valued curiosity, creativity, and imagination. He believed that asking questions and thinking outside the box were key to discovering new things. He once said, "Imagination is more important than knowledge." Next, let's talk about Martin Luther King Jr., born in 1929 in the United States. King was a leader in the civil rights movement, fighting for equality and justice for African Americans. He believed in nonviolent protest, inspired by Mahatma Gandhi. King's values were rooted in love, justice, and courage. He dreamed of a world where people were judged by the content of their character, not the color of their skin. His famous "I Have a Dream" speech is a timeless call for equality and hope. Both Einstein and King showed us the power of high-value men. They combined intelligence with empathy and courage with compassion. Their values, curiosity, creativity, love, justice, and courage, are lessons we can all learn from. The 21st century has brought immense changes, technological advances, social transformations, and global challenges. In this dynamic era, certain men have stood out for their leadership, vision, and values. These are the first high-value men of the 21st century. One of the most prominent high-value men of this century is Barack Obama. As the first African-American president of the United States, Obama's journey to the White House was historic. But what made him a high-value man wasn't just his position, it was his values. Obama embodies key values such as integrity, empathy, and resilience. He showed integrity by staying true to his principles, even in the face of intense political pressure. Empathy was evident in his ability to connect with people from all walks of life, understanding their struggles and aspirations. His resilience shone through as he navigated the nation through economic crises and global tensions. As a high-value man, Obama also emphasized the importance of hope and change. He inspired millions with his message that, no matter the odds, we can work together to create a better future. His leadership was not just about making decisions, but about inspiring others to believe in the power of collective effort. Alongside Obama, other high-value men like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos have reshaped industries and our everyday lives. Musk's vision for sustainable energy and space exploration, and Bezos's transformation of online shopping and cloud computing, highlight their innovative spirits and relentless pursuit of progress. These men, through their values of innovation, determination, and vision, have not only achieved great things but also set examples for others to follow. They remind us that high value isn't about wealth or power alone, it's about making a positive impact on the world. The evolution of high-value men, from ancient warriors to modern icons, traces the development of high-value men across different historical epochs, showcasing how their roles, qualities, and contributions have evolved over time to shape the world we live in today. It's important to remember our history so that we can make the right decisions in the future.